EA just released 2 new evolutions, Pacey Winger and Bruiser Wingback. Stay till the end to find out who the best players to use are in each evolution. Alright, so first I'm going to go over to the requirements for each evolution. You probably already know them, but for those of you who aren't aware of these evolutions, I'm going to go over them very, very quickly and then get into the players because I have quite a few good ones for you. Some fun ones and some meta ones that I'm definitely going to go over. So first is the Pacey Winger. As you can see, it is one of those paid evolution cards that you are going to have to shill in 50,000 coins or 1,000 FC points. And this one is quite a good one. So the player requirements for this is it needs to be a max of 81 overall, a position with right wing, and certain stats that they need to have. A max of 85 pace, 80 passing, 85 dribbling, 75 physical, and a max of 8 playstyles. You didn't hear that voice crack. The reason this is such an incredible evolution is because right off the bat you can see it gives you the playstyle Rapid and Quick Step, which are 2 really good abilities to get on your wingers. Plus they're also going to be gaining some really good stats. As you can see in the first level 1 rewards, it's +4 pace, +4 passing, +2 dribbling, and then once you get into the level 2 rewards, it's another 4 pace, so 8 in total, another +2 dribbling, +3 shooting, and +4 physical. So really good rewards once you do all the evolutions. After looking at what the challenges are for these evolutions, it might deter you from doing them just because it seems like there are quite demanding challenges here. So for the level 1 challenges here, you need to win 7 squad battles, which isn't really that big a deal. Then you need to play 3 rivals or champions matches and assist 4 goals. That's not too bad. It's going to take a lot of time, but it's not too bad. At least you don't have to win the 3 rivals matches, and you can assist those 4 goals in the squad battle, so it's not too hard. But then the level 2 challenges is where it kind of gets a little challenging. Score 4 goals using your active Evo player in squad battles, not too hard. Win 5 squad battles, not too hard as well. Win 5 rivals or champions matches using this active Evo player in game. Could be a little challenging, maybe not for some of you, but for me, players like me who are shit at the game, could be. So I don't know. It's still a really good evolution that you should definitely do. Just might be a little more challenging than the other ones. The other one here is the Bruiser Wingback. This is the free one, and there's some really good rewards you get in this one as well. First off, you get the Bruiser playstyle, obviously, which is always good to have on any defender. Defensive work rate ends up going up to high, which is also huge, especially for some of these right backs who might just have like high attacking work rates or medium attacking work rates and low defensive work rates. I know there's a lot of them in the game that are like that. This is really going to help them stay back and follow your game plan and make sure that they're not just running up the field and not tracking back defensively. So for this one, it's a cool one because you have to use a silver card. It's a max of 74 overall with a max of 85 pace, 75 physical, and a max of 9 playstyles. That shouldn't be an issue. Also cannot be a center back, which is very interesting. I guess they don't want too many center backs with crazy pace this early on. That would probably break the game. But this one is really good for these silver cards. +10 physical, +3 pace, +2 passing, and +2 dribbling are the level 1 rewards. Plus they get another +10 defending, +3 passing, and +3 dribbling once you complete the entire evolution. Really good evolution here. Again, you can take a look at the challenges here. Some of these look like they're going to be a little annoying, especially this level 1 one. Play 7 matches in the live Ultimate Team friendly. I know a lot of the times when I'm playing these friendlies, I go up against absolutely cracked players. That might be a little annoying, but at least it's just play 7 matches and not win them. Still might be taking a lot of time here because you also have to win 5 squad battles. Level 2 challenges actually are surprisingly a little easier here. Win 5 squad battles and play 3 matches in the live Ultimate Team friendly. Plus you also have to assist 5 goals with them, which isn't that big of an issue in the squad battles. But yeah, thought I'd go over the requirements and the upgrades and challenges you have to do for them. let's get into the players that you actually should use in both of these. I think we'll start off with the Bruiser Wingback. Now, to assist me in showing you all of these evolutions, I'm using fut.gg as a really nice Evo lab. If you want, I'll put it in the description so you can check it out for yourself. First one I'm going to start off with, though, is Akapo. Now, I'm going to give you some options that might not be the most attractive and easy on the eye, but I'm going to be giving you options depending on what kind of team you're building. This guy is in the MLS, so might not appeal to everybody, but there are some guys that I know are probably running guys like Messi, Busquets, Jordi Alba, and trying to get some other MLS players that might fit the team. This guy could be good for you. Ends up getting some pretty nice stats here. 86 pace, 82 defending, and 84 physical. Very nice for a right back who, you know, might not have a ton of options in the MLS. Plus, you got the high work rates that he's got, and he can play on either side. He's a right back and a left back. Pretty solid option here. Again, very hard to link him up if you're not using an MLS team, but stay till the end of this category because I've got some really good ones that are way better for Chem. One that is certainly better for Chem here is a guy like Bogle. And also, something I should mention is some of these guys are actually also eligible to throw into the Welcome to Evolutions evolution before throwing them into the Bruiser Wingback. As you can see, this guy can be thrown into the Welcome to Evolutions, which makes him 74 rated, just barely the requirement to be thrown into this evolution, and then he goes up to 83 rated. However, you don't have to throw him into the Welcome to Evolutions, just something a little extra that you can do if you want, so we won't really focus on that. Let's just go to the regular evolution because I know I've used this Welcome to Evolution, and I'm sure a lot of you have as well. But anyways, he's going to get you great chem because he's in the Prem and he's English. Very two good links there. 84 pace, 78 dribbling, 78 physical, and 78 defending. High work rates. Another solid option here. And like I said, Prem Chem. I'm going to give you some more options though as well because he can be a little pricey on the market. A lot of these guys might be a little pricey on the market just because of their potential for the evolutions here. Another guy who follows that trend is Rico Lewis. Great player in real life and also pretty decent for this evolution. There are better options, I think, in terms of stats, but just the fact that he has that Man City link is going to allow you to really get him some great chemistry along with some other great City players who I think can really benefit from a guy like Rico Lewis. He's another guy that can be thrown into the Welcome to Evolutions, but we won't focus on that like I said. Let's move down to the regular evolution here. 77 pace, which I know may not be the best looking option here. However, something that's unique about Rico Lewis that I don't think you can throw on many of these other guys is he can also be played at CDM, which 77 pace is actually pretty decent for a midfielder there. Plus he gets 80 defending, 77 dribbling, and 69 physical. Nice. So yeah, very solid option here, Rico Lewis. You probably wouldn't throw him on at right back, maybe use him more as a midfielder, but yeah, definitely somebody you should consider for this one as well. Steering away from the Prem a little bit here, we've got Martin Busch. He's actually in the Bundesliga, so another solid option for you if you're looking for a German. 87 pace, 75 defending, and 85 physical. Very solid option here. Unfortunately, you cannot throw him into the Welcome to Evolutions because it then puts his physical, I believe, just above the threshold, which makes him ineligible to throw him into this Bruiser Wingback evolution. However, you don't really need it. He's got really good stats here, and very good if you're building a Bundesliga team. Just has the perfect links that you need. Plus, he's just got great pace, which I always love having on my right backs or fullbacks in general. But yeah, another good option. Another guy that you can throw in the Welcome to Evolutions and then into the Bruiser Wingback is Max Aarons. This is a guy I've been seeing all over Twitter of one of the best players to throw into this evolution, and I've got to agree with them. Even without the Welcome to Evolutions, it's not even bad at all. In fact, it's amazing. 84 pace, 79 defending, 84 physical with high work rates. Very solid option. Again, Prem player who is also English. Great links. Another guy who's a little pricey on the market just because of his potential for this evolution, but yeah, another really good option. There's some really good Prem options, as you can see, with Aaron's definitely being one of them. These next three I think are going to be the most meta picks along with this one. Starting off with our Serie A option, Bidendelli. Another really, really good option here who can also be thrown into right mid if you're looking for a guy to play that position. Probably wouldn't throw him there because of the 52 shooting, but 85 pace, 80 defending, and 76 physical. Another solid option here with high work rates. Definitely would recommend him if you're using a Serie A team. Hopping back into the Bundesliga for this one is with Joe Scally. Now, this is surprisingly very good for both his country and his league. Obviously, Bundesliga chem is very good if you're building a Bundesliga team. However, because he's American and there's women footballers in the game, he's going to get you some very underrated chemistry if you're using some of those American footballers who are women. And some of them are really, really good. Girls like Alex Morgan are just one of them to name among the other Americans that are really, really good in the game. He's a very solid option. In fact, he's one of the only options here that have 80 defending, physical, and pace, or above 80, in fact. 84 pace, 81 defending, and 82 physical with medium-high work rate. That's just going to prevent him from running up the pitch unprovoked if you don't want a wing-back or a right-back who's always getting into the play. But yeah, this is one of the better options, I personally believe, and probably the one that I'm going to do. However, the next one is also really, really good, and that's Wilson Manafa. Another really, really solid option here who you can also throw into that Welcome to evolution, who gives him just that little bit of extra boost. However, he's a guy that can be also thrown on the right or left side, who's very, very versatile. He's in La Liga, so he's probably one of the only good La Liga options in this category. Not looking at the Welcome to Evolutions part of it, he goes up to 87 pace, 77 dribbling, 79 defending, and 76 physical. High work rates. I think this is a really, really good option. Obviously, you've got those Prem options. Definitely go for those if you're looking for a Prem player. But I think Wilson Manafa is the best La Liga option. I know a lot of people are building teams with La Liga players. Plus, he's Portuguese, so you can always throw him in with some other good Portuguese players because there's definitely a lot of them this year. And yeah, I think that's going to do it for the Bruiser Wingback evolution. Let's move into the paid evolution, the Pacey Winger. Now, this is another one I'm going to give you a lot of options here. Different leagues, different countries, different genders even. So one I'm going to start off with is Bergwijn, Steven Bergwijn, another guy who also you can throw into the Welcome to Evolutions and will still be eligible for the Pacey Winger. There's quite a few of these in this evolution as well. So if you haven't used that Welcome to Evolution, definitely use it for this one because it's so good. Just gives that player of yours a little extra oomph to be just as good as possible. But Bergwijn gets some really sick stats: 92 pace, 86 dribbling, and 80 shooting. Just really solid stats. However, he is in the Dutch league, so unfortunately he is going to be a little hard to get on chem, but definitely one to consider because he also has 4-star skills, which is another pretty solid perk here. Plus, he can play on either side, right or left wing. Good option here in Steven Bergwijn. Another fun one I had to throw in here is Alicia Lehmann. I had to do it for the thumbnail, guys. I'm so sorry, but had to go in here. Honestly, probably wouldn't even throw her in this evolution. There's definitely better options. However, she does have some decent stats with it. 86 pace, 86 dribbling is already pretty solid. High medium work rates. 3-star skills though, which might deter some people from using her. However, I can definitely see some simps using her. Definitely. She is eligible for it, so I mean, use her if you want, but wait till the end of this category because there's some absolutely crazy ones in it. Another fun one here that honestly is a pretty crazy one if you really take a look at the stats. Vicky Beccio. Absolutely crazy stats. 92 pace, 89 dribbling, and 80 shooting. Plays a bunch of different positions: right wing, left wing, center forward, and striker. 4-star skills, which is also pretty solid. High-low work rates. Just fantastic stats. If you're not using a woman team or a lot of French players, it is going to be a little hard to get her on chem, however. But I am throwing her in here just because of the potential you can have with this card. Throw a hunter on her, and this is a pretty scary striker, honestly. Not even just a winger. Pretty crazy striker. She'll go up to like around 90 shooting and pretty much full pace. Absolutely cracked card here. Another thing I should mention is she's also got access to Trickster, Quick Step, Technical, and Flare. Haven't even been discussing that, but those playstyles alone just gonna make her so good along with that evolution stats. So definitely consider her. I think this is one that's getting overlooked by a lot of people. Another one I've kind of thrown in for fun here is Lucas Vazquez. Has access to the whipped pass, rapid, and block traits, which are all very solid. Plus he's got 4-star, 4-star, great links with the Real Madrid and Spanish links. And he looks like an absolute monster with the evolution here. 89 pace, 84 passing, 84 dribbling. Plus his defending and physical stats are all very decent enough. This is definitely a guy I wouldn't throw on the wing though. You could throw him on the wing. Honestly, he would work, but this is a freaking insane right back card if you want to use him at right back. This is absolutely nuts. High medium work rates with 4-star, 4-star. This is a really fun one. Another one that's being overlooked, I think. This is not one that people are looking at a lot because he's a right back. It looks a little weird on paper. However, just the stats and the sheer fact that he's got access to some pretty solid traits make him a very good candidate. Kubo is another guy that really shines in this evolution. Another dude who you can also throw into the Welcome to Evolutions evolution and can still be eligible for Pacey Winger. Goes up to 92 pace, 87 dribbling, and 80 passing, just with the standard evolution path. He also has access to play striker and cam, and both of those options are very solid for this card. You can also throw him on the wing, but very solid. Medium work rates with 4-star, 4-star. Kubo, man, another solid option. I'm going to do one more fun one, and then I think the last three are probably going to be the most meta for this one. Brahim is the last fun one, and also another solid option here. He's another guy that can be thrown into the Welcome to Evolutions, but without it, goes up to 89 pace, 87 dribbling, and 53 physical, which might not be the best, but he's one of the only people in this category that has access to a 5-star weak foot, which can be very useful. Also can play cam and center forward, so he can be a little versatile with the positions that he can play. So yeah, definitely consider Brahim a very solid option here. These next three I think are the most meta options though, so definitely stay tuned for those. They're really good. First one is Atheni, and I know what you're thinking. Some of the women's footballers are just not the best to use if you don't have a full women's team. They just don't get the best chemistry and sometimes can be hard to actually fit in the team. Well, she's got Real Madrid links and Spanish links. If you don't have a La Liga team with either of those links in your team, you're just doing a La Liga team wrong. Let's be honest here. She's also got Trickster and Technical, which are very good play styles. Plus, she's 4-star, 5-star. Another one of those players that has access to that 5-star weak foot, which again, not a lot of these players have access to. When all is said and done with this evolution, she goes up to 89 pace, 80 shooting, and 87 dribbling with a high-low work rate. Plus, she can be thrown on either side, left wing or right wing. Really solid option here. Definitely don't be dissuaded in using this just because she's a woman footballer. She's very powerful and very good with all of the boosts and all of the upgrades that she's getting. Next one is Politano. This is a really solid option if you're using a Serie A team. He's got Finesse Shot, which is honestly a pretty rare play style to have. Whipped Cross, Technical, and Trivella. All very solid play styles, along with being 4-star, 4-star, and just fantastic links in the Napoli and Italian link. Definitely consider him if you're using a Serie A team. Let's get into the evolution stats. Looking at this is just crazy. 91 pace, 88 dribbling, 82 passing, and 80 shooting. Such a good option here. An absolute must if you're using a Serie A team. I have some Serie A players in my team. That's why I think I might go for him. However, the next one is in a bit of a weird league. However, I think stat-wise, this is probably the best one to use in this evolution. It's going to Malcolm, who is 4-star, 3-star, so the weak foot is a little off. However, he's already got access to Incisive Pass, Flare, and Rapid, which are all very good traits. Even though he's going to be getting Rapid already in this evolution, he's still so good. Goes up to 91 pace, 88 dribbling, 82 shooting, 82 passing, and 70 physical. Plus, he is Brazilian and plays for Al Hilal. So, if you're one of the lucky people that has Neymar in your team, literally gets a perfect link He's Brazilian on Al Hilal, a perfect link to Neymar. Absolutely insane option here. Again, he's in the Saudi League, so a lot of people who aren't using Saudi League players are going to find this a little awkward. However, there are a surprisingly good amount of Saudi League players in this EAFC. I mean, just to name a few, you've got Neymar, you've got Benzema, you've got Ronaldo, Milinkovic-Savic, the list goes on, Kante. Very, very solid option here. Malcolm is a very huge underdog in this category just because he's in the Saudi League. But, again, if you've got Neymar, if you've got Saudi League players, use Malcolm. He's going to do you wonders. That's going to do it from me, though. I hope this gave you a better idea of who you should and who you shouldn't use in these new evolutions. These ones look really, really cool, and the possibilities are endless with these evolutions. It's definitely the best thing they've added in EAFC so far. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and hit subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and peace.